seen yesterday the suspended public protector, Busisiwe Mkhwebane, publishing what she says is evidence, audio evidence, of what she says was a plot to extort money from her to end the inquiry into her fitness for office. Mkhwebane says her husband was able to record conversations with Tina Jumet Pedersen. Her memorial service has just been underway, in which Jumet Pedersen offered to end the inquiry in return for money, I should say. Mkhwebane also says Pemi Mojadina and Kobodile Gianchi were part of the deal. All have strongly denied the claims against them. They say nothing like this happened. Tebogo Khaas is a political commentator and trustee of the organisation Public Interest SA. Tebogo, good afternoon to you. If I remember correctly, you've been fairly critical of Mkhwebane in the past. What do you make of the claims that she made yesterday? Do you believe her?
Pathetic, Stephen. You know, it was a sad day listening to Busisiwe Mkhwebane trying to do a PR stunt, aided by lawyers, Darin Bofu and others. And it was sad because while she had promised you, the media, and everybody, the public, that she was going to make some revelations insofar as the audios, nothing that she presented actually comes anywhere closer to what was promised. In fact, it was a nothing beggar, what Americans would call a nothing beggar, because there was nothing new that she presented. And what she presented was just conversation between third parties, that is her husband and allegedly Tina Jumet Pedersen. And in the age of AI also, remember that audios haven't been verified, the authenticity. Anybody can create any audio. But supposing that is true, and indeed Tina Jumet Pedersen was implicated and did the things that has been alleged through those tapes and is alleged by her, it is still doesn't come anywhere closer to linking the chair of the Section 194 committee, that is Richard Kobodile Gianchi, as well as the chief whip of the ANC, because nowhere have they been recorded or been said to have provided any ammunition or any evidence that could be used to implicate them. So it was just a nothing beggar, just a publicity stunt, which clearly shows that the public protector is shying away from a process that has been duly constituted to determine her fitness to hold office. And now she's making all these noises, and which has got nothing to do with Section 194 committee. If anything, these things belong to other forums, including the police and the courts.
So, Tebogo, the people who support Mkhwebane, they say she's produced evidence, that she's a victim, she's produced audio evidence, what more do you want? They say that people believed the then Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas, for example, when he first made claims about the Guptas, and therefore we should support and believe her. Why do you believe it's different this time around?
Well, first of all, credibility is an issue. Her credibility and competencies and everything else is before Parliament in terms of being assessed, and we know that she fails in that regard to start with. And secondly, this has got nothing to do with the matters before before Parliament, that committee, because here the chair of the committee whom she alleges is implicated, there's no evidence that shows that he is implicated. I could easily claim that I gave you money, Stephen, or you asked me to go into certain things. In the absence of credible evidence, it means nothing. It is just hearsay of the highest order. And she should, as a lawyer, have known better. And even her lawyers ought to have known better, whom we believe we pay peanuts, ought to have known better, and not to even venture into creating such publicity stuff, which has failed. It is quite awful that they actually stooped that low.
There must be other facts that could corroborate what Mkhwebane says, that could show us whether this is true or not true. For example, as anyone knows, if you go to OR Tambo International, and whether you go to KFC or Ocean's Basket, you're going to be seen on camera. I mean, there must be images of this. There's so many CCTV cameras there. It's a national key point, for goodness sake. I mean, would an image of this meeting lead to questions about what the meeting was about? Could help us sort of know whether it's true or not true?
True that. My understanding is that they met with Tina Jumet. Supposing it's true, so what? Does it mean it implicates the chair of the Section 194 committee? No. You know, he who alleges must prove. If you allege that Kobodile Gianchi has done something wrong, produce the evidence. go to KFC or anywhere else where you can be able to draw such evidence and produce it, which is what she failed to do yesterday with the press conference. And she could have done better than just rehashing the voice notes of conversation between her husband and allegedly Tina Peterson. So, quite honestly, it is just a distraction, another way of distraction, another way of trying to evade comeuppance on her part, which she knows what needs to be done henceforth. She needs to just present herself to the committee for cross-examination and have this matter be concluded, not to be trying to create smoke and mirrors just to obfuscate things and try to get away from her comeuppance.
Tebogo Khaas, thank you, political commentator and trustee of public interest South Africa. Do appreciate the time.